Hello guys, and welcome back to another Rocket Arena video, and in today's video I'll be showing you how I play as Kayi and how you guys can improve as playing as Kayi. Now this tutorial is aimed for people who are brand new or who are semi-casual when playing games. For people who play this game a lot more than me, then if you have other strats then possibly stick to them, but this is just what I found works for me and what will probably work for a lot of other people. So I've been playing this game for a while, so I believe I've got a decent idea of how to play as Kayi. So without further ado, I'll begin. So if you're new to this channel or you're new to this game, Kayi is this character here. She mainly has a shotgun based crossbow and a fork or grappling hook, even not fork, that she throws and can pull herself towards different objects. So what I've found is you want to be using, here for the artifacts, these three artifacts. So what does this first one do? So there's all these cool things, but as Kayi I don't tend to be dodging much. So this here does 12% more damage whilst the dodge is not on cooldown, which is great. So basically once my dodge is fully charged I do 12% damage, and Kayi already does a lot of damage. So that means you do loads of damage. Now if you do dodge more, then what I'd recommend is maxing out the blast bird, because then you're getting 7% damage, which is still good, but I don't really dodge much, I can just throw down the shield. So I'd recommend using the desolation rounds. Now some people may disagree, you may go for other things, but I think that's, since the latest update, that's a really good artifact to have. We then have the super cavitator. So this just when you get KO, it reduces all the active ability cooldowns. Now, as Kayi, you should be getting lots of KOs. She's a really good character in this game, even after a few of the nerfs. And this here just means that every time you get KO, it makes it even better, because then you can just go on to get rid of another person. So eventually you'll become quite a monster on the battlefield when you use this. Now there are some other good ones here, for example the air movement speed. But again, you have a grappling hook to get around as Kayi, so I don't really see the need for this. So I'd recommend using this. And then finally we have the Bastion Bell. Now on this I have KOs decrease the time to the blast meter regen starts. Now I don't know how good this is, because this is assuming I'm in Mega Blast danger. So therefore it means as soon as I get to danger I get a KO, and then suddenly it goes back down, the cooldown bar. However, now that I'm looking at it, some of the other ones like this might be better, but the Bastion Bells work for me. It just means if you're in close combat with someone and you get rid of someone, but then someone else starts to come to you, your blast meter will start decreasing quite quickly because of the KO. So that's what I'd recommend to use for your artifacts on Kayi. So we are now into a game. So whilst we're in this game, I'll be showing you how I play as Kayi, and whether you want to take this advice or not is up to you. Someone else has also gone as Kayi, so you can see my strats compared to this other person.
Knock out opponents.
So the first thing with Kayi is you ideally want to be holding down, whether you're on Xbox it's your trigger, or whether it's on this you want to be holding down your left mouse button, because it just does loads more damage if you hold it down and use it as a shotgun. Because you want to be using the shotgun as Kayi, you do not want to be using this. You don't want to be spamming it like I'm doing now. You want that. It does not enough. Look how little damage that does. You want to be holding it down and doing a lot of damage, and then they get a lot more impulse. Like that, just an easy Mega Blast. So that again. So just to show you this a bit more, you get a lot of impulse because of that. Go, there's another one, and the other Kayi's disconnected, so that's great. Get on there. So as you can see, when you hold it down, you do so much more damage than when you don't hold down as Kayi. So the next ability you have is the snow globe. So that's the first one in the bottom row. Now what the snow globe does, it slows down all incoming bullets by a certain percentage. I don't know how much it is, but it's by enough so that it's actually good to protect you. So like this for example, if any of these decide to shoot, then it gets stuck in, as you can see, inside the thing. And it's quite handy, especially when there's a lot of people shooting at you at once. You can slowly dodge around all their bullets. Now with the snow globe I recommend using it when you're in danger, and that's it. A lot of people throw it like that and then grapple to it, not grapple. However, I've never done that, and I don't see the point of doing it. The only reason I can see that being helpful is if, let's say for that Izel, you can send your thing over towards the Izel, and then you can get in close combat. So for example, if I try it on this now, I can grapple in there and then get in close combat and then take out this leaf. So that is one way I've seen a lot of people use this this grapple technique, or the grapple with the snow globe. However, it's not what I've been using. So I mainly use the snow globe when I'm in danger, because then along with some of the other artifacts you can equip, you can suddenly lose or regen a lot of your health quick before dying. So we're now in another game, so as you can see there's another Kayi, so hopefully this day is Kayi so you can see the difference between when I play as Kayi and someone else. So as you can see there, they've still got some of the basic artifacts, ones that I wouldn't put on Kayi, like this frosted thermometer, and still quite basic background, so I don't know how long they've been playing the game. I like how they've got all them the same. So now that I've showed you how to use the first two abilities, so you got, well, the first one's just shooting, so that's not how to use, like what's the point of that? What if I'm just gonna throw a bomb? So there's no point of me using my thing until I'm in danger, or if I want to use it to then get in close combat with this leaf. So there we go, there's one. So I'm going to do it then, because I can just shoot this Mistine out without taking any damage. That's going to be the bot one, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's still a bot, but... Oh, I just died. So Mistine, that didn't focus on. So the next thing you need to focus on, once you got your preferred style of use of the shield, whether it be when you're in danger or whether it be to aggressively push someone, you want to work out what you want to do with the other ability, which is the grapple. So now I'm going to put my thing down, because then I can attack this Pristine, get out of the way, like that. So that's how I personally use it. But once you've learned how to use that properly, and how you want to play with it, then you need to get down the actual grapple itself. So I like doing that, which I think is a very effective way to get rid of someone. So many other characters, you get people down to Mega Blast danger and then you can't kill them. With Kayi's, that's not the case. I can go like that and then they're gone. So there's three uses of the grapple. One is to simply get around the map. However, you can notice bottom middle now, there's a 10-second cooldown on the grappling hook when I'm using Kayi, her hook. However, when I knock someone out, because I got a Mega Blast, it's already gone basically, already back to being able to use it. So I use the grappling hook actually to make sure someone gets knocked out, or so I can do more damage. If you try and hit someone with it, it actually doesn't go the full 10 seconds. For example, if I hit this leaf now, I mean, I just Mega Blast itself, a great example. But if I hit this J-Toe now, I missed. But basically, let's try and hit him. It's a leaf. Right, let's just reset. So if I hit this leaf now, notice how it only has a 6-second cooldown, compared to the 10-second cooldown when you use it to get around the map. So therefore I recommend using Kayi's grapple when you are wanting to get rid of people and not for getting around the map. Unless you are using it along with your snow globe, because otherwise there is no point in my opinion to use them both. See, look at that, Mega Blast, I didn't have to shoot again. The grappling hook has a really fast strike speed, there's no projectiles, all you have to do is aim where you want and it'll hit. Basically. So here I'm going to use this because it's a good position to use the snow globe, because it means I get some shots off from this. Mistine's coming down there. And there we go, that's game. So as you can see, even when I didn't have a good game, in my opinion, I still did 1,000 more damage. Well, than the Leaf, never mind the Kayi. So now with Kayi, you should be able to easily attack using her charge. Now, by the way, when I say you shouldn't be spamming it like this, you still can. So at times there will be, you will need to do that, but in the main, you only need to use the charge version. So the only other tips I have with Kayi is if you shoot below you, like with all the other characters, then you can get a bit of height. Now it's quite good to get yourself into good positions and then shoot down. I'm going to throw that into there because then all the bullets just stay slow.
Opponent fall.
So there I've just got some height because I shot down. JO.
You have the ball.
Shooting up again to get some height.
From downtown.
So that wraps up this tutorial, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Now this is all the tips I have to offer for people who just want to get better as Kayi. And be sure to check out other videos on YouTube, as I'm sure there's videos out there that have little tips that I've not explained in this one. So now all you have to do really is practice as Kayi, keep playing, see if you can improve, and if you don't like the artifacts that I've actually picked, then of course you can change them, but this is what I'd recommend just as a base guideline to work with. Now you may not see immediate effects if these aren't all maxed out, because in my case they are, but once you keep practicing as Kayi with implementing the tips that I've given you, then you should find you'll be much better at Kayi in no time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done already. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.